Hi everyone, I'm back with another summery themed journal. This one has a nautical theme slash sea life instead of the beachy theme. I spread out the tassel here so you could maybe see a little bit better. It's beads and charms, a sailboat, seahorse, starfish, a little lobster, which I think is my favorite, a lighthouse. I have a message in a bottle here, a ship's wheel, sailboat, another starfish, and some seashells are on there too. There's two signatures. They're pretty full. It's a 2-inch spine. No, it might be 2¼ inch, I think this is. The cover is, the material is what inspired the theme. I really loved this fabric. And actually, I'm in the process of changing the theme of our family room over from more of a seaside to a nautical. I've always loved boats and anything red, white, and blue and nautical themes. So I can't wait till that's done. But in any event, I love this fabric, not vintage by any stretch. It's covering an Amazon mailer, so it has that wonderful crinkly sound. There's a ribbon tie. The tassel is removable. Don't know if I mentioned that or not. This is sewn in, but of course, if you don't want it, you can always cut it off. I kept the inside very clean because when I think of a nautical theme, that's what I think is a clean line. So I happen to have some book plates that have a map of the world on there, and I thought, perfect. So I just kept that by itself. We have a pocket on the first page that has a journaling tag, and this is fabric on top of that. And then a little pocket here with a shell on it, and the shell was cut from a wallpaper border, from a wallpaper sample book. And the only thing I could fit in this tight little pocket was this little tag, and I put by the sea with the old-fashioned Dymo label maker. I don't even know if they sell those anymore. I know they sell the tape, I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess if they sell the tape, they sell the printer or the maker too, so in any event. Over here's a side pocket, and this is cut from a coloring book, and I left it as is, so if somebody wants to doodle and color it in, they're free to do so. In the pocket is a blank card, the lighthouse on front, and a recipe for fish and seafood. And we have, what are they? Saucy fish fillets and seaside stew. I thought those were very apropos for this journal. This is some vellum it's not embossed on there. It's almost like it was a rub-on transfer, but it's another map of the world from a globe. I thought that was perfect for this too. Here we have two double pockets, small ones. One holds a tag with a sailboat, and this one holds a great white shark, which makes me think of Jaws. Over here's a belly band, and we have a trifold journaling tag card, you might say. And we also have tucked under here, oh, my nails are not cooperating. Here we go. It's Diver Dan from a vintage Old Maid game with an octopus. Okay. This is a piece of art from a Charles Wysocki book with a lighthouse on the front. And on the back I made a kind of a short side tuck. This red, white, and blue is a napkin that I either glued on or Mod Podged, probably just glue stick and then sewn down. And it holds a journaling card. And this is a piece of fabric, the sailboat on it. Journaling paper, here's a Rita flip, lighthouse. Here's some snark. First thing each morning I try on my bathing suit. That way nothing worse can happen the rest of the day. I wouldn't want the hassle of getting it on and off just to do that. And we have a flashcard that says sailor. Here's a pocket made from wallpaper. A little embellishment of a sailboat, and it's dimensional, it's plastic. And a greeting card. It's a birthday card actually, with a lighthouse on it. Another lighthouse from an Ideals magazine. And clipped is a nautical envelope. And inside the envelope is blank sheet music. Sailboat on the front. Here's some sheet music that actually has the notes on it, and it's Under the Sea from Disney's Little Mermaid. And I flipped up the bottom to make a pocket, and it has an image of people on the beach with surfboards. This was probably more appropriate for the beach themed one, but it's okay. We have a horizontal belly band, a dimensional shell sticker, sentence strip that has the word boat, and a clownfish flashcard. We have some journaling space here, blue and gold, to coordinate with this kind of like washi tape. No, a sticker it was. Don't know where it's from. And this is from an origami book that I picked up at a rummage sale. And it happened to have, I guess that's a steamboat of some sort on there. And then it's a fabric pocket. And in the fabric pocket is a shaker card right on the back. And that has sequins in there that's starfish and sand dollars. There's actual little metal shells in there. And there's one small silver fish. It's a piece of broken jewelry. He's not in a school, he's all by himself. Over here we have some sea-themed postage stamps. They're from Portugal, Nepal, and I don't know where this one's from. Liberia. Dug through my whole stash to find those. Here's a ribbon cluster. Another pocket. This is the lighthouse captain. Is that what they were called? Or just the lighthouse keeper? And we have a journaling tag and a journaling card with seagulls. It's from a children's book. A bag that says, "Near the sea, we forget to count the days," and that's a rub-on transfer. Inside, the flash card for a California sea lion. On the other half of the bag, the rub-on transfer of a shell is a blank note card. This pocket has a lighthouse, his lighthouse to be exact. And inside the pocket is a flashcard, the sailboat, and a word search game. with different types of penguins. There's the sea life. Ribbon ruffle sewn down. A whale tail. Had to have a whale tail in this journal. Another side pocket. Some anchor ribbon. And it holds a flashcard for California sea lion. That is a great image. And this image of a woman at a ship's wheel. It looks so fake, but that's okay. The other half of the origami, a lighthouse and a sailboat. Another pocket, image of a lighthouse on the front. And this is a little notebook. This was cut out from a children's workbook of some sort. I happened to catch it. And each page I used the only stamp I had at the time that was sea related in any way was this shell. So I stamped each page with the shell. And we have a journaling tag. And the journaling tag has another one of the lighthouses cut from the coloring book that you can color if you choose. We have tassel sewn down there or glued down. Other half of the music sheet. It has a journaling card with some more clownfish, aka Nemo fish. This is a paper flip, and it's trimmed in some fringy white trim. Here's an uptuck sailboat ribbon. The scrap paper looks like water. We have a journaling tag with a compass rose and a flash card that's a clock in the shape of a sailboat. Another side pocket. This is a postcard from Key West. Key West? Yeah. Some pelicans. And this is from a Blockbuster movie game, and it's for the movie Jaws. Thought that fit well in there. Other half of the Charles Wysocki. Other half of the vellum. Corner tuck with anchors. Holds a note sheet, the rowboat, and a journaling card with a school of fish. Pocket, Sand Dollar Brad. It has a journaling card with some sea urchins on it. And this is from a vintage children's book from like 1950, I believe. It was quite old. The cover of the book was really ugly, so I wasn't going to use it, but I like the images a lot. And over here we have a double pocket, a journaling tag, and these are just some type of brad. I don't know what they're for. I picked them up probably, undoubtedly, at a thrift store, and I just liked them. And part of a sentence strip that says fish. And then this pocket holds this image of a captain behind the wheel. The same one the girl was at, I'm sure. You have a belly band from a children's book, 2 kids sitting at the seaside. It's blank on the other side. This is some white lattice ribbon. Put some red behind it. I'm not sure if this was handmade. It was just wrapped around a piece of cardboard. I'm sure I picked it up at a thrift store somewhere. But it reminded me of a wave. So I included a piece of it in here. And then on this side's a pocket made from vellum, punched holes, put in grommets, and laced it to make it kind of look like a sail. And inside the pockets, a journaling card with sand dollars from that vintage book on sea life, and another note with sailboats on it. This is some digital. This is made from athletic tape, kind of making your own washi tape, and I color it with alcohol ink and then stamped it with my one and only sea-themed stamp I own, which was the shells. I have since found a lighthouse one, of course, now that this is done. Here's a page from a children's book. Ledger paper. A brad that has a ribbon, nautical ribbon running through it. It's just a journaling card with the nautical alphabet. Here's a seaside image for an uptuck, and it holds a small journaling tag that has the sailboat and part of a dictionary page that has a blue whale. You're right on the back. This is a piece of a border from a wallpaper sample book, and fabric that has ships all over it to make a pocket that holds a flashcard for a gray whale. It's not a flashcard, it's an info card, educational. Here's a coloring page. It has seashells, starfish, seahorses, etc. This is a collage page. It has some crabs and seashells. Excuse me. Tiny spot for writing. And over here is another music sheet, and this was called the sailboat. This I painted, hopefully it looks like waves or water, using watercolors from Dollar Tree, and they're glitter or metallic. Let's see if I can find them. Here we go. I haven't seen them at every Dollar Tree, just one, so I bought like 3 or 4 of them because you do not get a lot of paint. As you can see, I used all the blue out of this one and almost all of the light blue. So, but I love the effect it gives. I don't know if you can see the shine, but I think they're so pretty. Love tinkering around with them. And then on the other side, we have stars sewn down in a border. We have a paper cluster over here with the star brad. Another collage page, the boat, shell, pelican, or seagull rather, just some trim up there. Here's a double pocket, and I had the idea to make them look like sailboats, so I did. And I did line them with some acetate, so if you go to tuck something else in here, you won't catch on it and rip it. This side holds a postcard from Key West, and this side holds a journaling card with a lighthouse on it, lined with some scrapbook paper on the other side. So that was fun to do. Here's a really wide belly band, compass rose. It has a tag that swings open and it's clear. Another sand dollar brad. Stamp the word sea. Here's an envelope. The return address is by the sea. And inside is just a journaling card with anchors. half of the paper, music sheet. This is a ruffle made from royal blue tulle. Coloring sheet. Fabric pocket. This one holds an educational card for an orca. A Willy, Free Willy. I used to love that movie when my kids were young. Here's a fabric flip. Some sharks. This is dimensional shell. Another page from a children's reader. The sailboat on it. Boy playing with it. Here's a tuck spot, corner tuck. Tuck spot is made from a card, so if you want to flip it open and write inside, you can. We have info card on a sea otter and a journaling tag that says "Come out of your shell," and you can write on the back. Over here we have a side tuck, journaling card with starfish and shells, and a note sheet with a killer whale. I've been waiting to use that. This was the perfect journal for it. An applique fish. A pocket. This was a same but different classification card teacher would have. It has a ship on it and a note sheet with a sailboat. And then last but not least is a clear pocket, which this pocket is from, oh yeah, I do have them out. It's from Hobby Lobby. They're available in like the teacher sections. They're out now, or if not, they'll be going out soon in your store. And they're so handy to use. This is a little thick, which is probably why it's stuck, but they're those labeling where you'd put it on a bin for what goes in the bin. So it's just a journaling card with an anchor, and you can write on the back. And then I left the inside back cover plain. And that is it for the Nautical Journal. I think these make interesting guest books. If you have a Airbnb or know someone with an Airbnb, I've actually made them and gifted them to people that I know that have Airbnbs. And you do it with the theme wherever the Airbnb is located. So I've done, it was kind of like in farmland. So that was the theme of the journal. And you know, but if you it's a cabin in the mountains, make it woodland themed. If it's at the beach, make it beach themed. But I think they're fun as a guest book and have people just leave their comments and the dates they were there. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the journal. If you're interested, it will be or already is on my Etsy shop. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you already have, thank you. And we'll see you soon, guys. Bye.